In the dead of night, when the world is still and silence hangs heavy in the air, some mysteries are born. They linger in the shadows, whispered on the wind, and etch themselves into the very fabric of our reality. This is one such mystery. A story that terrified investigators for decades, a puzzle with a single, chilling piece at its center. It begins with a man, an ordinary life, and a single, desperate phone call. He whispered the words, "They found me," and then vanished forever, swallowed by the darkness. What happened to him remains one of the most haunting, unsolved cases of our time. Before we descend into this chilling enigma, make sure to like this video, comment with your thoughts, and subscribe for more daily dark mysteries. And for those of you who are brave enough, check the link pinned in the comments for something special. Now, let us begin. It was a Tuesday evening, unremarkable in every way. The city hummed with its usual rhythm, lights painting streaks across the rain-slicked streets. For Mark Renshaw, it was just another night. But for his friend David, it was the night everything changed. The phone rang just after 11 p.m., its shrill cry cutting through the quiet of David's apartment. He answered, expecting a routine chat, but the voice on the other end was barely recognizable. It was Mark, but his voice was strained, a hushed, frantic whisper. He sounded breathless, as if he had been running. David asked him what was wrong, where he was. For a few seconds, there was only the sound of ragged breathing and a strange, faint static. Then, Mark spoke the words that would echo through the years, a final, cryptic message from the edge of the void. In a voice trembling with a terror David had never heard before, he said, "They found me." David, confused and alarmed, pressed him for more information. "Who found you? Where are you?" But there was no reply, just a sudden, sharp click. And then, silence. The line went dead. The call had lasted less than a minute, but it was long enough to open a door to a mystery from which Mark Renshaw would never return. Panic set in. David tried calling back immediately, but Mark's phone went straight to voicemail. He called again and again, his anxiety mounting with each unanswered ring. After an hour of frantic attempts, he knew something was terribly wrong. He contacted the police, relaying the bizarre and frightening conversation. An officer was dispatched to Mark's apartment for a welfare check. When they arrived, the scene only deepened the mystery. The door was locked. There were no signs of forced entry, no indication of a struggle. Inside, everything appeared eerily normal. A half-finished cup of coffee sat on the kitchen counter, still lukewarm. The television was on, its muted light flickering across an empty living room. Mark's wallet and keys were on the table, but his car was gone. It was as if he had simply stepped out for a moment, intending to return, but had been erased from existence mid-step. They followed every lead, interviewed every friend and colleague, but each path led to a dead end. Mark Renshaw had vanished, leaving behind only a two-word message and a void of unanswered questions. There were no fingerprints other than Mark's, no signs of a struggle, no footprints around the vehicle due to recent rainfall. It was a clean scene, too clean. Back at his apartment, the puzzle became even more complex. While his personal effects like his wallet were present, detectives noticed something was missing. Mark was a meticulous record-keeper, known for his detailed journals and financial documents. His home office contained neatly organized files, but a specific folder, one his family said contained sensitive work-related research, was gone. So were his personal diaries from the past year. Someone, it seemed, had been looking for something specific. They didn't want his money or his car, they wanted his information. The inconsistencies were maddening. He left his wallet and keys but took his car. He drove 100 miles to a desolate location only to abandon it. And who were they? The questions piled up, each one casting a longer, darker shadow over the case. Over the years, numerous theories have emerged, each attempting to shed light on Mark Renshaw's fate. The first, and most plausible to investigators, is that he was being followed. The missing work documents suggest he may have stumbled upon something he wasn't supposed to see: corporate espionage, illegal activities, something that made him a liability. In this scenario, they were professionals, people skilled in making someone disappear without a trace. They tracked him, cornered him, and silenced him permanently. The cryptic call was his last, desperate attempt to leave a clue. Another theory ventures into the realm of the personal. Perhaps Mark was involved in a secret life his friends and family knew nothing about. A gambling debt, a dangerous affair, or a connection to an underground organization. They could have been creditors or rivals, catching up to him for a past transgression. His disappearance, in this case, was a calculated escape or a grim reckoning. He might have even orchestrated his own vanishing act, using the phone call as a red herring to throw everyone off the scent and start a new life elsewhere, free from whatever was pursuing him. Then there are the more unsettling possibilities, the ones that whisper from the fringes. Some have suggested a paranormal or supernatural cause. The desolate location where his car was found is steeped in local folklore, a place of strange lights and unexplained phenomena. Could Mark have been drawn there by something not of this world? Was his final message a warning about an otherworldly force? It's a theory that defies logic, but in a case with no logical answers, it lingers. Whatever happened that night, one thing is certain: he knew they were coming. The case of Mark Renshaw remains open, a cold file in a dusty archive, but the story lives on. It serves as a chilling reminder that sometimes there are no easy answers. A man can live an ordinary life, surrounded by the mundane, and yet be just one step away from an abyss of secrets and danger. His final words hang in the air, a testament to a terror we can only imagine. They are a period at the end of a life, but a question mark at the beginning of an eternal mystery. He was lost to the night, but the echo of his fear, and the identity of the ominous they, continues to haunt us. If you love chilling mysteries like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you want to discover something strange about your own life path, tap the link pinned in the comments. Some secrets are meant to be uncovered,